Hari Om. Welcome back to Storytime. Today, let's get back to the Diwali fervor, and so I will tell you the story of Narakasura. And as you remember, Naraka Chaturdashi is the second day of Diwali. And why did we celebrate that? That is known in this story. Now, we had heard the story of the great Varaha avatar when Lord Vishnu saved Bhumi Devi. At that time, an Asura was born and his name was Narakasura. Now, Narakasura had received a curse that he would die at the hands of a woman. And so he went about capturing kingdom after kingdom and making all the princesses captive. And so it was that he had kept 16,000 princesses captive in his kingdom at Pragjyotishpur. This capital of Pragjyotishpur was designed by none other than MURA, an Asuric architect. And it had lots and lots of barricades with natural walls and mountains around it, as well as 3 rings of fire, air and water. Not only this, there were ramparts with self-shooting weapons and many traps designed to defend the capital against any invader. But as Narakasura had become very demonic and oppressive, all the devatas were at a loss at how to handle this terror. In fact, Narakasura had also stolen the divine earrings of Aditi, the mother of Indra. And so, Indra went to Lord Krishna and asked him to help them out. And Lord Krishna, as ever, smiled at them and told them to be patient, but he would definitely come to their aid. And so Lord Krishna, with his Queen Satyabhama, who was none other than Bhudevi reincarnated, went to invade the capital of Narakasura. And Lord Krishna very easily broke through all the defenses because his chakra took care of the 3 rings of fire, wind and water, and his sharp arrows just broke all the ramparts and defenses of the fort. And then as he entered the palace, Lord Krishna took out his Panchajanya, or the divine conch, and blew long and hard. Hearing this sound, everybody shook in terror. And deep in the depths of the ocean, where MURA lay, he heard this sound and started growling in anger. He was a 5-headed monster, and he came out to see that who had dared disturb his sleep. When MURA came out, Lord Krishna took out his chakra and cut off MURA's heads one by one. And soon MURA lay dying. His sons came to fight with Krishna, but soon they also lay dead. And now Narakasura heard from the interiors of his palace that such an invasion had taken place. And shaking with rage, he came out to fight himself. Meanwhile, Lord Krishna had felt tired, having fought with so many Asuric generals. This was actually a divine Leela because the prophecy had to come true and Narakasura had to die at the hands of a woman. So, Queen Satyabhama picked up the bow and soon Narakasura just lay dying at their feet. At the dying moments, Narakasura realized his folly and he asked for forgiveness because Bhudevi and Lord Vishnu were none other than his own parents. And so he begged of them that his death be commemorated and celebrated, which is why Naraka Chaturdashi is one of the days celebrated during Diwali. And then, very compassionately, Lord Krishna and Satyabhama brought back all the 16,000 princesses to Dwaraka because there was nobody to look after them. And as they were greatly devoted to the Lord Krishna multiplied himself 16,000 times and wedded each of them and built a palace for each of them, where residing inside the palace they would be forever, always in union with the Lord of their hearts. And MURA, the five-headed monster, actually represents our five sense organs, which always take us away from the Lord. The 16,000 thoughts, the 16,000 desires always keep us at war with the great Lord. But when MURA, or the five senses, are defeated, then one is always wedded to the Lord. And so the Lord resides in the palace of our hearts. When Lord Krishna and Satyabhama came back to Dwaraka to wash off the stains of war, they were given a ceremonial oil bath. And so it is that even on the first and second days of Diwali, everybody is supposed to take the ceremonial oil bath to remember the Supreme Lord. So, in this story of Narakasura, once again we see how Lord Krishna comes to the rescue of all true devotees. If you like today's story, do share it with your friends and keep telling me what stories you would like to hear week after week. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and keep tuning in week after week. Until we meet again, Hari Om.